I'm an artist in Peterborough and I'm taking part in the Peterborough Artists Open Studios. I've done this for 7 years, I think. This is the 3rd year in my home, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about one of my favourite pieces. It's a fragment, and the inspiration came from a wedding sari from one of my friends, and it's an unusual process that I've developed over several years. I make my own paper, which I can then shape into whatever size and shape I want. It's quite thick, so it does take a long time to dry. I'll then cover that with oil paint as a background colour, so that will be sort of modulated according to how I want it. And then when that's fully dry, which can take some time, I'll then draw on it using a gold enamel paint, which dries quite quickly because pencil won't work very well. And then follow on with more oil paint to build up the design. The motifs will come usually from sections of the sari that are usually embroidered or woven into the actual pattern itself. So there's interesting little peacocks, which are usually the symbol of luck and something like that for marriage. This is also the traditional colour for a wedding. So once I've done more oil paint and that's all dry, I'll finish off with some oil pastel where needed, and then when that's dry, I'll resin it. And that's a hardener and a resin together, which gets mixed together and then poured over the piece, and then it's left for 3 days to harden completely. So, and it's quite a messy process, and I have to be quite careful with it. And then it's just float mounted on using buttons onto a frame. I've also done several experiments where I've resined the back of it as well, and it's unframed and it's more like a thin sculpture.